Welcome to America's #1 business opportunity, the Redeck System. Redeck dealers all across America have been busy resurfacing residential pool decks, walkways, driveways, patios, just to mention a few. Most Americans today are upside down on their mortgages, and they've watched the value of their home drop in some cases over 50%. It's not that they don't want to move, they can't move. So they're fixing up their properties in record-breaking numbers. Just look at the success of companies like Bath Fitters, Sears Home Improvement, Home Depot, and Lowe's. Home improvement, pool dealers, deck companies, and home repair companies have a hard time keeping up with the work. Now, let's take a minute to review the Redeck systems. Redeck Texture Stamp System, the premier system of the company. Here are the simple steps. Prep work. Pressure washing. And covering up the cracks. Placing the borders. Stamping the surface. Covering the borders with brown paper and tape. Mixing and then placing the inserts. And stamping. Highlighting the surface. And sealing. Now let's go on to the Redeck spray system. The prep work is the same on all systems. You first need to place a base coat for your borders and in some cases your background for the inserts. The borders are taped off. Your applied base coat can be your final border color and finish. But if you desire a texture coat on the borders, then you would spray on the color you want and at the same time protect your inserts from border spray. However, there is really not a need to do this step. It's time for your inserts. Simply use the blue tape and brown paper to protect your borders against your inserts color. Spray your inserts and then knock them down with your trowel. Blow off any loose pieces of material and final sealing. Again, the prep work is the same on all systems. Now let's get started by choosing the grout line color first, as this is your base coat. Some folks like a dark gray or a dark brown for the grout line. it's your choice. Lay down your stencil on the surface, always placing the narrow width. There are some stencils you have to secure with stencil putty. You're now ready for your primary coat. Start up and test your equipment and start spraying all over the entire surface, including the stencils. You're now ready for the finish step. Pull the stencils. Blow off all loose chips from the stencils and seal with 2 coats of Redeck sealer. If you're one of those Americans on a tight budget, you might want to select the affordable Redeck Standard System. Prep is the same on all systems. Spray down a coat of the texture spray material. Then knock it down with a trowel. Blow off the chips and pieces and apply 2 coats of color coat. Your deck is finished. Now, here's one of the most often asked questions. What other choice do I have in fixing up my pool deck? Rip out and replace? Well, let's take a look at how this is done. Hopefully, it doesn't break your pool plumbing or damage your pool coping. You first has to take down your fence, tear up your lawn, have a heavy concrete truck on the driveway. Take 10 to 14 days to complete your pool deck. When choosing one of the Redeck systems, your project is completed in 3 days or less, and the Redeck finished surface is almost twice as strong as regular concrete. It's time to make that important call.